The BJP's success winning 50 out of 101 wards was a strategic dismantling of the left's urban fortress. The strategy led by State President Rajiv Chandrasekhar centered on two core pillars. Hyper-focused development plan. The BJP fought the election not on religious lines, but on a Viksit Kerala slogan. Key promises included a roadmap for development to be announced by Prime Minister Narendra Modi within 45 days of taking office. Commitment to ensure doorstep delivery of all corporation services, appealing directly to urban voters frustrated by bureaucracy. Using technology like QR-coded voter slips for grassroots mobilization and efficient voter turnout. The other strategy was strategic consolidation. The party focused its resources intensely on Hindu majority wards, particularly those in central and southern Kerala, securing a historic number of seats in the capital area. The LDF's loss was compounded by their own political missteps and growing anti-incumbency sentiment. The major reasons were secularism blurred. The LDF was perceived to be adopting political double standards. While they tried to court the Hindu votes, controversies like the Sabrimala gold theft scandal involving a CPI-M leader and CM Pinarayi Vijayan's reference to league alliances created unease among their minority and secular base. Widespread collapse. This was a statewide rout for the left. They lost Kollam. A stronghold ruled for 25 consecutive years, and their control over municipalities fell dramatically from 43 to just 28. They managed to hold only majority city council Kozhikode. Corruption and weak leadership. The BJP successfully highlighted alleged corruption and poor governance in the LDF-run corporation. The party's decision to keep the young former mayor largely out of the campaign suggested an attempt to distance themselves from their own city performance record. This victory is more than symbolic. It establishes the BJP as a credible third force in Kerala, right in the state capital. If the LDF loses the next assembly elections, it would be a historic setback, marking the first time since the 1970s that communist parties hold no state government anywhere in India. The organizational decline could be terminal. The question now is whether the left can recover from the systematic failure before their last remaining bastion collapses entirely.